Hey everyone, how you doing? Hey, I wanted to do a little video because one of my viewers, Rundo ETX, asked me to do it. So, ask and ye shall receive, Rundo. So Rundo, thanks for the idea, thanks for the inspiration to do this video, and I'm dedicating it to you. So Rundo ETX wrote me a note not too long ago, and he said, hey, have you talked about Beatle cartoons yet? And then I thought about it. I said, I don't think so. I might have shown a couple of Beatle cartoon things I have, but I don't recall ever doing a dedicated video to them. So I'm going to do a quick one right now, folks. Again, this isn't comprehensive. I'm not going to be stating facts or go into the whole history of the Beatle cartoons. I'm just going to talk about it from a fan's perspective, a young boy's perspective. I mean, as old as we all are, or most of us, I mean, unless you younger viewers are out there watching right now, but most of us out there, if you're in my age category, how many of you still to this day look back fondly at watching cartoons in your youth, those old Saturday morning cartoons? How many of you here can say you still have good memories of those days? I know I do. I mean, folks, I remember back in the mid-60s, me and my two little brothers sitting in front of a little crappy black and white TV in my parents' kitchen and dining area. This little TV in the corner on a TV stand. I don't think the screen was more than 13, 15 inches, a little tiny screen. And we got such a thrill to get up on a Saturday morning and still be in our pajamas, sitting down with our bowl of cereal, right on the floor, looking up at that little TV screen and just sitting there, enjoying and loving all the cool shows and cartoons that came on that we look forward to every week. And you know, I didn't make a list of all the different ones. Maybe some of you can help me and throw some of your favorite Saturday morning cartoons in the comments. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe you could help remind this old mind about these shows. But I remember shows like Magilla Gorilla, and you know, the Hanna-Barbera stuff, and Deputy Dog, and who else was there? Underdog, the Flintstones, which I think in the early years were on at night, but then were later on Saturdays. The Flintstones and Johnny Quest and Space Ghost. And God, I'm forgetting so many, folks. You got to help me out. So many cartoons that we used to love and enjoy. Scooby-Doo was a big one. I'm trying to think back. Maybe you can help me. But you know, all those fun cartoons from our era, from the 60s and into the early 70s. And one of the big ones for me was the Beatles cartoons. How many of you remember the Beatles cartoons? Well, if you're up near my age, I'm sure you do. Well, they were on for 3 seasons back in the mid-60s. I believe they started in the 65 TV season, and they went up to about 1967 or so, the 3 different seasons. And there was a total of about just under 40 episodes, I believe not quite 40. And boy, folks, I have such vivid and fond memories of those shows, of seeing the Beatle cartoons and the middle section of each episode, which had the sing-along section, and Ringo was the prop man, and he was always messing up, and and Paul or John or George would be getting upset with him because the prop man messed up again and forgot something or got in some zany activity. And I remember the wonderful songs. Each episode had a song theme title to it, whether it was I Want to Hold Your Hand or I'll Cry Instead. And the theme of the episode was based off that Beatles song. Just so many wonderful memories. They were in vivid color, but I remember seeing them mostly in black and white when I was a little kid because that's all we had till the later 60s was black and white. But I just have such great memories of them. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on the Beatle cartoons, if you have the same fond memories of sitting with your siblings or friends and watching them and the fun you enjoyed. And so I thought I'd show you a few Beatle cartoon things that I do have. I don't have a comprehensive Beatles cartoon collection, but I got a couple of things, a couple of little favorite things I thought I'd show you, bring back some memories for you. So I thought I would do that. But man, weren't those days fun? And I do enjoy cartoons to this day, but most of the adult-orientated cartoons like Family Guy and The Simpsons and that kind of stuff I enjoy now. When I watch some of the kiddie cartoons from today, they really don't do it for me like the old ones did. You know, even like, remember the old Warner Brothers Looney Tunes, the Coyote and the Roadrunner? I mean, you just can't hold a candle to that classic stuff, in my opinion. And maybe I sound like an old fogey, but I'm sorry. It's just like with the older music. The older cartoons, they're the classics in my mind. They are just fantastic. And I can't see anything from today that really holds a candle to the joy that those old classic cartoons bring. And one of them being the Beatle cartoons. So the first thing I want to show you is the actual episodes themselves. And you might be saying, well, Matt, that doesn't exist. So what are you talking about? And you're right. They don't exist. The Beatle cartoons have never been issued in official form. And come on, people, whoever is the powers that be out there, let's go. Let's get some official Beatles cartoons in pristine, full-color presentation and beautiful images. When are we going to get that? I mean, it's just crazy how here we are in 2019, and it's over 50 years, 54 years since they first aired, and we don't have the Beatle cartoons in official form yet. Makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, I have this little set here I thought I'd show you, and if you want, you could probably search online and find a set like this. There's a lot of fan club only sets out there of the Beatle cartoons that you can acquire. This one happens to be a 3 DVD edition, and I'll show you each one. Season 1 was the longest. I think Season 1 had like 25, 26 episodes. So Season 1 comes on 2 DVDs, and then Season 2 and 3, which are a little shorter, come on 1 DVD. So I'll show you the first one. This is Season 1, Volume 1, 1965. You get episodes 1 through 13 on this one. Okay, I'll try to cut out the glare as best I can. And there's really not much to show you inside. It's very basic. The one thing I will say is the person who made this, they give you a little synopsis of each episode. I'm not going to show you all those, but this is kind of what it looks like. You get a little title of the episode, like Season 1, Episode 10 was called Long Tall Sally, I'll Cry Instead. And then it gives you a synopsis. The Beatles stay at a castle for the night during a fog. John and Ringo try on a couple of cursed armor suits and they start to fight each other. After signing too many autographs in Japan, George's hand gets swollen and suffers autographitis. His bandmates take him to a hand doctor, but end up in a karate class by mistake. The sing-along songs are I'll Follow the Sun and When I Get Home. So it's a pretty cool little synopsis of each episode, just a basic DVD, and then there's the cover. And it's the same with the rest of the episodes, the DVDs too. Volume 2 is called Season 1, Volume 2, and it's episodes 14 through 26. I'll show you the cover of that. And again, you get a synopsis of each episode inside, which songs are on each episode. So it's a great little set. And I'm sorry, Beatles Cartoon Series Seasons 2 and 3 are on 1 volume. And it's 1966 and 67 episodes 27 through 39. So apparently there were 39 episodes of the Beatles cartoons. And here they are on 3 DVDs. And they were such a joy, folks. I mean, as I said, you had the sing-along songs. You had like 2 little mini episodes, which with each, 2 episodes with each full package. And then in between each episode, you got the sing-along part where Ringo as the prop man would come out and he'd mess things up and do a bad job, and either John, Paul, or George would yell at him and get upset with him because Ringo, the prop man, wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. And then during the actual episodes themselves, you got the song, the full song, and kind of like a mini video of the Beatles jumping around and doing silly things. So I can't highly recommend the original cartoon enough, folks. If you can get a hold of something like this, a package with all 3 seasons, highly recommended. Now, the quality, I'm going to be honest with you, is not perfect. They're not pristine. They're not, wow, blow you away quality, but they're good enough for what we have, which isn't much right now because nobody seems to want to release them officially. Until that happens, though, this is all we have, and maybe some of you could talk about it a little bit, and maybe you have better copies of these than I do, but mine are mezza. Some of the episodes are pretty good, very viewable, and some of them, they're kind of lousy, but viewable. Okay? A couple little trinkets now to show you of Beatle cartoon stuff. Someone gave me this little sticker, vinyl sticker. It's not out of the package yet, so it's in there, but there's the vinyl cartoon sticker. Someone gave me this sticker, which was kind of neat, of the cartoon Beatles. I had a gift given to me several years ago, a salt and pepper shaker in a dome lunchbox and a dome lunchbox and salt and pepper shaker thermos. There's the outer packaging. Okay, you open this container up here and you get the little thermos with the Beatles on it, which is the looks like the salt. And then the pepper shaker is this lunchbox, little Beatles cartoon lunchbox. There you go. So that's a pretty neat little trinket I like having. And I have some, I don't know where I got this, but someone either gave this to me or I got it at a Beatles convention. It's a Beatles stationery set. You get some note cards. It's in black and white, but you get note cards. You get some business envelopes with the Beatles likenesses on them. And then you get the big stationery, which you can't really see the Beatles in the back. And the back package is sealed. I haven't opened it, but you get the paper in the back. So Beatles stationery of the Beatle cartoons, which is kind of neat. Now, my brother gave me this several years ago, which is a sealed package of this deluxe box set of the Beatles cartoon characters, made by McFarlane, I believe. I believe it's McFarlane. Yeah. But I'll try to show it as best I can. But they're all in there. All sealed. There's Ringo. There's the alligator character. You remember from one of the episodes. Here's the side, Paul and George. Here's the back. John and Ringo. The top, you can just look down the top at the band. But really neat. I'm really appreciative of my brother giving this to me several years ago. I think this came out in the mid-2000s, like around 2005. I have no idea what it's worth now. Mine has never been opened. It's sealed, and it's going to remain that way. And but I do have some loose characters. If you look up there, I do have a few of them. Let's see here. I don't want to... Well, anyway, they're up there. Okay, I've got them. The same set as in that box is up here, out of the box on display. I don't know if you can see them okay, but they're back there. Another cool thing I want to show you is I found this in a folder I had. Apparently when I was a little kid, I was infatuated with the Beatles. Can you imagine that? I was infatuated with the Beatles. What's going on with me? But anyway, yeah, when I was a kid, as you know, being a fan since I was 3 years old, you know that whole story with my parents and the records and bouncing on the horse and all that stuff back in 64, 65. But when I was about 10 or 11, I guess when I was just sitting around one day, I decided to make the Beatle cartoons. So I found these old flimsy pieces of paper. How I still have them after probably 47 years. Drawings Matt, personally made of the Beatles. All right, you're getting to see a piece of artwork that is as rare as the Mona Lisa because no one else has it. You know, the Louvre in Paris has the Mona Lisa. Well, Matt Street has original Matt Street Beatle cartoon drawings. So, you know, these could be worth a lot of money. All right, yeah, this and 25 cents might get you half a cup of coffee, right? But anyway, here's my John I drew as a kid. Sorry, folks, being a little silly. There's John. All right, here's my rendering of Paul. Again, not exactly like the cartoons, but, you know, close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades, right? There's my George. George kind of has a mullet there, huh? Going a little mullet action. I went a little crazy with the hair there on George. And my Ringo rendition. Well, I thought they were pretty good. You know, each Beatle has his own color. You got Ringo's got blue, George's got purple, Paul's in red, and John's in green. You know, for a 10-year-old, 9, 10, 11-year-old kid, whatever I was, I thought that was pretty neat. But the thing I really want to show you and the thing I want to recommend to you, I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if you could draw some Beatle cartoons like I did, or get the salt and pepper shaker, or get the little figurines from McFarlane, or stickers, or stationery. But the thing you should get, forget all that other stuff. Well, you should try to get the DVDs too. You want to see the cartoons. But this book, highly recommend this book, folks. If you have any inkling of being a fan of the Beatle cartoons, you've got to get this book. It's called Beatle Tunes by Mitchell Axelrod. Okay, Beatle Tunes, Mitchell Axelrod. This is it. This is the Beatles Cartoons Bible, folks. Everything you needed or wanted to know about the Beatle cartoons, how they started, how they originated, and how the people who got involved in this eventually made their way to being involved in the Yellow Submarine movie. It's all in here, folks. It's a great, great book. There's no color pictures or anything, but a lot of black and white imagery, a lot of drawings, imagery of the cartoon itself with the Beatles. You get synopsis of all the episodes also in here with a little screenshot of each episode, which I thought was pretty neat. Great, great stuff. Tells when it aired. You get some advertisement stuff for the Beatle cartoons. Again, I can't go through the little thing. A cartoon kit. There was a lot of memorabilia was sold in the 60s portraying the Beatle cartoons. Here's an image of the Beatles with their cartoon images behind them. Just a great, great book, folks, and something I really think you should check out. Shows drawing board stuff, you know, how they made the Beatles move, how their movements would be, how their actions would be and stuff. Again, I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you. I'm just going to say to you, try to get this if you can. Again, it's been out a while now, I have to say. It's been out several years, probably about 18 years or so. So you have to really go back and search for this. I'm not sure if it's being actively published or if you could get it on eBay or something, but it's a great, fun read. It's a good book for your Beatles collection, folks. Beatle Tunes by Mitchell Axelrod. Okay? So that's it, folks. I just wanted to give a little love to the Beatles cartoon series. Thanks to Rundo ETX for the inspiration. Thank you, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane with the Beatle cartoons, and I hope to see you again very soon, and God bless you all. Thanks for being here. I appreciate every one of you, and all the best. Take care. Bye-bye.